Have you ever wondered how many times per day you should be adding pins to Pinterest? Watch this video to find out. Hey guys, Angie with Gensler.com, and I want to address a really common question that I get asked quite frequently, and that's how many times a day should I be adding pins to Pinterest? This seems to be a really big concern for a lot of people, and actually for good reason, because your activity on Pinterest, the amount of pins, how frequently you pin, how consistently you pin, is really going to help get you more viewers, get you more activity to your account, to your content. And it's also a good indicator to the Pinterest algorithm to continue showing your content and to keep sending it out in the smart feed and in search results. So how many times a day should you be pinning? Well, first, it really varies on where you're at in your Pinterest marketing journey and the type of business that you are. So when you're just starting out, I want you to focus on 10 pins per day. That's it. You may have heard some people say, oh, you need to be pinning 100 times a day. Well, when you're a brand new Pinterest marketer, that's going to overwhelm you, and it's actually going to cause you to just completely give up because it's so overwhelming and scary and frustrating. So I want you to focus on 10 pins per day, and I want you to get really good at that, good at the process. Figure out the process, the tools that you're going to use, the cadence of how you're going to schedule pins, designing pins. You need to get all that ironed out first before you can start pinning multiple times, 30, 40, 50 times per day. So once you get good at that, how many pins should you be pinning per day? Well, I will tell you that personally, I pin 40 pins per day. This is the sweet spot that I have found for my business. I've tried 100 pins per day. I've tried down to 20 pins per day. And for me, I really like the number of 40 pins per day. First, it's manageable. It's something that I can manage. But second, it's what I've found tends to get the best results for my business. I've tracked the analytics, I've looked at the data, and I have found that the 40 pins per day works really well for me. Now, you're going to need to play with this because it does depend on the type of business niche that you are. Pinterest has a wide variety of different niches and audiences. So the audience for my type of content, social media marketing and business and entrepreneurship and blogging, it's a lot smaller audience on the Pinterest platform. So my content, I may tap out at 1 million views, active viewers per month because it's a smaller audience. Now, if you are creating content about fitness or fashion, clothing, beauty, hair, makeup, you're going to have a much larger audience, and you may need to be pinning more pins per day. You may be able to get up to that 100 pins per day, but I would look around that 30 to 50 pins per day range. I think you're going to be really safe sticking within that range after you've gotten comfortable with your 10 per day. So I want to reassure you too that this is so much easier than you think. A lot of people freak out and they're like, oh my gosh, how am I supposed to pin 50 pins per day? That's so impossible. It's totally ridiculous. What are people thinking? And I promise you, I'm able to do this within minutes. I am able to schedule hundreds of pins in minutes. In fact, I actually created a YouTube video showing you my exact process and how I'm able to do that. So I have a link to that video below where I talk about how to schedule hundreds of pins to Pinterest in 5 minutes or less. So make sure you check out that video so you can see the whole process. But I just want to walk you through. Let's head over to my Pinterest profile so I can explain this visually to you. So I have multiple boards of my own. And then I also have lots of group boards that I'm a part of. And one piece of content, one pin, can go to multiple boards. So let me show you an example of a pin. So I have this 46 holidays for biz owners to celebrate on social media. This one pin can go to multiple boards of my own. So it can go on my blog board, how to use, it can't go on Pinterest, it can go on blogging tips, social media marketing, it can go on blogging for beginners, Twitter tips, Facebook tips, Instagram tips, and LinkedIn tips. That is 8 of my own personal boards. So that one pin can go out to 8 boards. Boom, easy. But then let's go down to my group boards. I have, gosh, I don't even know, 25 to 30 different group boards that I'm a part of. And that one pin can go onto the majority of those group boards. And that's because I really focus on joining group boards specific to my niche, to the type of content that I create. So if the board is not about social media marketing and not about blogging, I do not request to join it because I know it's not going to help me. So as long as you're a part of group boards that are relevant to the content you create, you can pin to all of those as well. So that one pin that I have about holidays, social media holidays for biz owners, can go to probably 25 of my own group boards and 8 of my personal boards. So that's over 30 pins. So one day, boom, I basically have one day taken care of with one pin. But then I don't stop there. That one piece of content I've created multiple pins for. So I have this pin, this one leads to that blog post, and so does this one. So now I can add those 3 pins to those 30 plus boards. So that's almost 100 different pins that I get out of that one piece of content. So I wrote one piece of content. I designed 3 pins, and now I'm able to get 100 pins out of the process. And you can do this really quickly and easily using a tool called Tailwind. And so Tailwind allows you to create smart schedules. It allows you to schedule your pins and create a queue. And that's how you're able to schedule all these pins out really, really easily. So make sure you check out that other video that I referenced below. And so I hope this answered your question. If you're a beginner, start with 10 pins per day. And then I want you to work up from there to about 30 to 50 pins per day. But once you get to that 30 point, start testing, playing around with numbers. If you use a tool like Tailwind, it will actually give you some great data, some great analytics, so you can test this and see what's working for you. If you want to try a free trial of Tailwind, I've got an affiliate link below that you can use to try a free trial and test this out for yourself and your own business. And then also make sure you head over to my website at angiegensler.com/checklist, where I have a free Pinterest marketing checklist for you. It walks you through 37 brilliant Pinterest marketing tips that you can do to increase your website traffic. So make sure you head over there to download that free checklist, and then subscribe to my YouTube channel so that you get notified every time I publish a new Pinterest marketing tip for you. Okay, so that's all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please comment down below. Let me know. It means the world to me when I get your comments and your questions. I love that communication with you guys. So that's all I have for you in this video. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video.